Got to give the people what they want.
Right?
Right.
All right. Well, let's send it over to Kramp because he's at a cool place. How do you pronounce this? Artemax?
Artemax, exactly, yeah. It's in New Berlin, guys, and if you've ever gone to a festival, concert, Summerfest, you might even see some of these bands. They wrap them around your wrist to make sure that you're either of age or that you can enter a specific area. Well, Artemax does that. In fact, this started back in about 23 years ago. A college guy just saw the need to make these ID bracelets something a little bit more. And today, they have 7 different companies underneath the Artemax umbrella that take care of everything. 100 employees here in New Berlin as well. Look at this, guys. If I wanted to get into the special Netflix Golden Globes party, they print those. I could get that here. If I wanted to get into a special Budweiser party, something like that, they print those here. Student travel, a whole bunch of things. So anytime that you wear one of these, there's a strong chance that it is made right here in New Berlin. They are one of the top 5 identification bracelet manufacturers in the entire world. And right here it started 23 years ago because some guy that just graduated from college said, I can do something with an ID bracelet. We're going to be talking to him coming up later on the show.
Crazy. I never thought about it.
You know what I always say, if you can't find a job, make a job. But I'm thinking, Kramp, if you want to get into those places, you probably need to have been invited or
Right.
Not if you got
Just
those
has an
bracelets.
arm full of bracelets.
I
Which
know,
one?
right? Oh, where am I? Wait.
I also hope there's part of the segment where they try to rip them off because you have to be a superhero
you
to get those things
can't.
off without
It's
scissors.
impossible.
Especially the water park
Oh,
ones. It's
yeah.
weird.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then if the party was really good, you're kind of sad taking it off the next day. No?
Or you just leave it on and rock it to work and like, dude, had a good weekend.
All right, Kramp is in New Berlin this morning, right? Is that where you said this is?
Yep.
Artemax, which is a local company that makes those wristbands for events all over the world. That's cool.
Right, exactly, pretty much everything. I have one for Play the Park, which is at Navy Pier in Chicago, and I have another blank one which then can be printed on, which is a nice thing. I'm with Brian Waltersdorf. It was back in 1995 that you started Artemax, and it started with an ID bracelet.
Correct.
And then it turned into this, which is amazing. What was that first account you guys had, though? Remember?
The Experimental Aircraft Association
Oh,
in
EAA?
Oshkosh.
That
EAA.
is crazy, because they totally need wristbands up there.
Yeah,
don't
and
they?
they're still a customer today.
That is great. So Artemax means what?
Artemax just came from the Greek god or goddess of Artemis, which is protection of identity.
I got to be
and the
honest,
hunt.
Brian, are you Greek by chance?
I am not.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Italian and German.
He kind of looks like a Greek god with a good tan there, a little D&D there. But all right, we got the big rolls behind us. What is it's called? Tyvek? Is that what it's called?
Tyvek material. It's made by
Okay.
DuPont, and we bring that material in by the semi-load.
Now that's what these wristbands are. This is what the yellow one is made
Correct.
out of, correct?
That's it. Adhesive.
You know, one of the things that the hosts were talking about, and I always find frustrating when these, is that getting them off is not easy.
Yeah.
So can you please explain the best way to get the Tyvek wristbands off without basically pulling and pulling and pulling? Can you show us?
Well, you can get
Oh
underneath.
no, it's too easy.
That's too easy.
Do it. Look,
There we
look
go.
how easy that is, guys.
Get underneath and pull the tail.
All right, and then with this one, you just go like that.
Scissors are the
All right.
best way.
All right,
You
let's
bet.
move on and see some of the machinery and how
All
this
right.
actually works. All right, Brian. So it was back in '95 when you started this, but obviously today, 100 employees making this tick, and seasonally you have to hire more because it's festival season,
Yes,
right?
we do.
Now we got some over here that are being processed. Then they're boxed immediately. Are these blank ones that are being made, or what's being made over here?
They're making a custom wristband.
Custom,
They're
okay.
coming off the press. We start out with a large roll of material of
Yeah.
Tyvek, and it's processed down, and the wristbands are printed on and then packaged up right away.
Wow, you are one of the largest manufacturers of identification wristbands in the world.
That's correct.
How do you go from basically your garage basement, as a just graduated college student, to something this massive? How did it happen?
A lot of hard work and obviously a lot of wristbands.
A lot of faith in the Greek god, Artemax, right?
That's right, Artemax.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to get wristbands for a festival, I come here. If I wanted to get wristbands for, what are some of the other types of wristbands that you use, like medical bracelets and more?
We make wristbands are both in medical and identification.
Okay.
We make them out of 3 different materials, so plastic, Tyvek, and vinyl.
Okay.
And we bring those rolls in and convert them all the way through.
Those massive rolls.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. And of course you have machines to do it, but without the people, you can't make this company happen as well. I'm gonna go run over here real quick because I just want to go grab a few of the different types of colors that they have available. And this is interesting over here because they have like this glow blue reels. I've never seen some of these, but there's this literally endless colors of bands and the possibility of bands that they produce out here at Artemax in New Berlin, guys. This is impressive stuff. I love it. Love showing places like this off on our show.
We didn't clarify though. Those things are really hard to take off when you're not sober.
If you don't have scissors.
Yeah, or scissors. That's right.
Because they look like they should be able to.
They are.
They're
really
super
are.
strong.
Totally.
Honest.
And you always make
That guy's
marks
obviously a
on your
superhero.
own. Yeah.
Took them right off.
Welcome back to Real Milwaukee. We are in New Berlin right now at Artemax, where they make identification wristbands and have for 23 years. And with President Brian Waltersdorf now, I'm seeing the amount of people here, which you have about over 100, seasonally, sometimes more.
Right.
The amount of wristbands that I'm seeing produced, I'm guessing somewhere near 100, 200,000 a day. What's the rough estimate?
The guess isn't close. We make about 5 million a day.
5 million wristbands a day?
Yep.
I can't even do the math that quick, but we're into the billions at that point at the end of the year.
That's right.
And you're not just dealing with people here in the United States, I'd imagine.
No, we sell all over the world.
All over the world. And the client base has got to be, everything from the largest companies to some of the smallest companies as well, too.
That's right.
If I wanted to get wristbands for a personal party, for 100 people, I could do that for you guys as well.
That's correct.
That's crazy. Now, let's talk about the people. Seasonally, summer just kicking off, festival season, Summerfest, and you had mentioned the EAA as one of your first clients, but you guys must obviously ramp it up a little bit in June and July.
We do.
Yeah.
And we try to find summer help to come on, seasonal employees. We get a lot of college students, and that's great.
One of the things that I heard about your company too, and just doing some research, is that a lot of people that are here actually have stayed here. Now, this is a 23-year-old business, local business, that you haven't had to ship any production out elsewhere. So you have employees that have been here a decade, 2 decades long too.
That's correct.
And it says something about the company. But the other thing that I heard that you guys do, that you offer free lunch.
Well, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You got to work about 3 hours, and then you can have it.
But that keeps people happy, obviously, too.
Yeah, it keeps them together, and they enjoy it, and it's a convenience.
That's great. Now, what are we seeing over here? We have obviously machines cranking out some yellow fluorescent wristbands.
Yeah, they're taking some wristbands that we produce from a roll to a sheet, and then we're printing on those wristbands with UVA.
Okay, and then the other thing here that I'm seeing as we move along, we're going to show off some different things that you have. But this wristband right here, and we'll just toss it back to you guys. Have you ever seen a wristband where you get like the free drink tabs on here, then you got to pull them off and hand them in? Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I've seen those. I love those because they have drinks and I can get them for free. But there you go. That's one of the things they do here at Artemax as well. And when we come back, guys, we're going to show you one of their new creations that you can find in Walmart. Just recently got put into Walmart. It's called JetBands. More about that coming up next.
Sounds good.
What's also sexy is
Wristbands.
the guy with a bunch of wristbands.
Wristbands are sexy.
Right?
And bald heads
Wristbands
are
are
sexy.
sexy.
Show me some wristbands and bald heads.
Come on, Brian Kramp.
There it is.
There you go. This is even more sexy when your big bald head is on a wristband and it says, hey, Fox 6 Real Milwaukee Crew.
Oh, I
That's
want
what I'm
one of
talking about.
Turn
This is
on.
you can have a whole
That's
sheet of them,
hilarious.
Cassandra, because the cool thing is now with JetBands, you can make these at home with your printer. This is a brand new little package that they've created, and I'm with Nate Olson from sales. Now, you guys didn't have these. No. Now they're in Walmart. Yeah. How fast and how did that happen? Like, how?
Yeah, we went to a new product we developed, and we were kind enough to get invited down to Bentonville, Arkansas to their open call event, which focuses on U.S. manufactured products and manufacturers like us.
Yeah.
Kind of a Shark Tank style ordeal where you get a 30-minute buyer meeting with the Walmart buyer. And Went from never worked them to having product in 3,000 stores overnight.
That is awesome. So JetBands.com's webpage, printed instructions. So guys, you can have your face on there, you can have your party on there, 100 wristbands, you can have the Real Milwaukee crew, my mug and a smiley face with the sun there, and some sunnies, it's all good. But we're in the area right now that produces JetBands, and before, well, you didn't have the need for this space, but now you do, and you employ probably about 20 different people in here. So I see some machines over here. This is probably the largest machine that I've seen since I've been here this morning. What does this do compared to the other ones we saw?
Yeah, so we take those large white rolls of Tyvek like you saw over there.
Yeah.
Puts ink, puts adhesive, dye cuts them, and puts them in sheet form.
Okay.
From there it moves over to the packaging area behind us here. Put it in the retail ready packaging on a pallet and off to Walmart a couple days later.
Off to Walmart in a couple days, just like that. And how many Walmarts across the
We're
country?
just under 3,000 right now. So
3,000.
local
So you
Milwaukee,
went
going
from
to anything you'll
not
find it.
selling these to 3,000 stores in a matter of like 24 hours.
Exactly, almost overnight.
The possibilities, guys, are endless. It started 23 years ago, right out of somebody's garage, basement, and now look what it's blossomed into here in New Berlin. Artemax. Check it out, fox6now.com for more information on the company and this amazing product, the do-it-yourself printable wristbands from JetBands. Welcome back to Real Milwaukee. We're at Artemax in New Berlin, where you're going to probably see a lot of stars and stripes on wristbands this coming 4th of July. Right now we're in picking, packing, and shipping. Back with Brian Waltersdorf, president, started this business 23 years ago. This is kind of the final location that you guys have to show us, and everything's then shipped from this point on, and you have an international section as well, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Now, in this area, I only see about 4 or 3 people working here. The core of the work is done on the other end, but
That's
this
right.
obviously is really important as well.
Yeah, this is our finished product coming through, and they're getting it together and sending it out to places all over the world.
Now, one of the things that you and I discussed is that you need employees. This is a great place to work. Free lunch, by the way. You need employees. Real quick, how do they get a hold of you?
They can visit our website at artemax.com.
There you go. There you go, guys. Fox6now.com for more information, and go out and get those JetBands at Walmart, because you can print your own wristbands at home for your own parties. It's all that easy.
I like that.
Free lunch. We might
Did he
lose
say
Jelly.
free lunch?
Angelica might go to Artemax. So wait, free lunch?
Free lunch?
I don't need Fox 6.